Yo, this ain't no old video. This is a video about In the Clutch, man. I know if anybody's gonna take this thing seriously, it's gonna be In the Clutch. He was around when Stone Cold and The Rock were out. They was watching like WrestleMania 16 or 17 with the Hardy Boys. They know they stuff. So as long as kicking it with Ross doesn't cater to his fans, well, we got a good one.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Ross back at again with another video. And man, tonight was very interesting.
See, I like that.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all. A lot of people were, excited to see what The Rock had to say. They really built this show up on The Rock returning and, addressing Cody Rhodes. They even put that out there early in the show because there was supposed to be a 3-on-3 match with Cody Rhodes, Damian Priest, and Braun Strowman versus Jacob Fatu, Solo Sikoa, and Tama Tonga. But before Cody could even really say anything, as soon as he's walking in, Nick Aldis said, "You're out of the match." And Cody's like, "Why am I out of the match?" And he said, "This is above me. The Rock has requested you to not be in that match and come out there to talk to him." And that lets you know right there, obviously, this was going to be a major segment. This was going to be something that they were really, trying to hammer in and build up upon. And, it brought some intrigue. And the way they placed it right before the main event of tonight's show. So they wanted people to sit there and wait for the 2+ hours to get to this segment. Now, I will say this. The show was okay. If the show was 2 hours, it probably would have been better, in my opinion. It would have been more, things would have flowed more. But it was okay. But I know this is... Y'all are here to check out this video to talk about this because this is what got everybody in a frenzy right now. So The Rock comes out there, right? And you hear his music a little bit, but then it transitions into, the Hot Boys, the Lil Wayne and his crew, from back in the day, since they were in New Orleans, they had Lil Wayne's music playing, and we hadn't heard, I hadn't heard that song in a minute. So there were some people in the chat that didn't know what the hell was going on. But for those of that are Lil Wayne fans, the Hot Boys fans, from that 99 2000 era of music from New Orleans, then you kind of you definitely appreciated that, and I definitely did. So I thought that was cool. And to later find out this was kind of The Rock's way to show Lil Wayne and the music from that era, some love, because, Lil Wayne wasn't able to perform at this year's Super Bowl. That was his way to show love. But I thought that was dope. And then they transitioned into his theme music. And he's coming out there, he's smiling, he's giving people high fives and all this other stuff. Seems like he's in a good mood. He comes out there, he does his usual stuff. He got the goosebumps. He announced that WrestleMania next year, WrestleMania 42, will be in New Orleans. I think I had seen a report that it was going back to New Orleans, but they made it official. Crowd was going crazy, as you would expect. Some people probably didn't know, but it's official. Next year's WrestleMania will be in New Orleans. So they get another WrestleMania. So after that,
I didn't think
he starts talking about, actually he starts singing, "Oh, when the Saints, come marching in." He starts singing that. The crowd's trying to sing with him. And then he's like, "Oh, shut your mouths. Don't sing when the final boss is singing. Only I can sing." And I'm like, okay, so he's starting to heal it up. And he's like, "Oh, y'all sounded great. Y'all sounded beautiful. Y'all, that was amazing. That was amazing." And then he started talking about, WrestleMania and his excitement and how things are going on. And it was really weird. It was really weird because he was acting like a face, but then was being a heel at the same time. I don't know if y'all found that weird. Then he ended up hitting them. New Orleans is the nation's capitals for people with the most STDs. I'm just like, all right, so he hit that stick. But then he started being a face again. And then he's like, "You know what? I'm going to bring out the guy that I love. I appreciate. He has really helped put the company on his back. That's Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes comes out there. Huge reaction, as he always does. Comes out there and he gets in the ring. And The Rock is basically saying, you know what? You're my family. You know, we've had our issues, you know, at last year's WrestleMania, but you know, I treat you as a family now. That's past us now. We're family. You know, I like your mother and my mother is cool. They show a picture of their mothers together after WrestleMania. You know, I've met your family. You've met mine. Like we're really close. We have built a relationship. And during this promo, while he's talking about how him and Cody are good friends now, someone, I don't know if somebody has said something, and this was, I think he did it multiple times in this little segment where he was going off on one of the fans. He said, "Hey, you shut your syphilis mouth, syphilis having ass up." You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, whoa, what? And they showed the person and she was happy. Yeah, I got syphilis. Like, I'm like, they didn't care. That's the crazy thing. Fans really didn't too much care that The Rock was being disrespectful, but then still being nice. He's showing Cody love and saying, you're like a brother I never had. But he's like, look, Cody, you're a great champion. You're an amazing champion. But you can be so much better. I want you to be my champion. Now, obviously, everyone's confused. Cody was selling the confused look. He was like, what are you talking about? You're a champion. He's like, bro, I'm their champion, the people's champion, the WWE champion. He's like, I get it. You're a great champion for them. I'm a people's champion as well for them. But
this is Wix Studio, the platform for agencies and enterprises, built to meet any brief.
I can get you to places that you've never been before. I can elevate you. He started flexing. He was like, look, I run things. I am on the board of TKO. I run things. I think he said, I don't know if it was Ariel or whatnot. He was mentioning to him, I could be wrong. He was mentioning like, yeah, man, The Rock was telling him, you run WWE. He was like, nah, I don't run WWE. You run WWE. And that's when he started flexing. I'm on the board. I can do things for you. I can get you into higher places. He's like, you got a few million subscribers, followers on Instagram, right? I got I think he said almost 500 million followers on Instagram. Close to almost 500 million or something like that.
It was
just a crazy number, which when you really think about it, The Rock does have a big social media following. So he's like, look, I can help you get to places. I just need you to be my champion. Your father and my father, they're looking down upon us in the heavens, and they were friends. And you're my friend, and I care about you. Like, think of a situation like you're doing this for your wife. You're doing this for your daughter. When your children have children, they'll be set because I will make sure that happens. Anything you ever want and need, I can get you there. I just need you to be my champion. And then he started to dive deeper into this because Cody is perplexed. We all are watching this. He goes even deeper into this idea of being his champion. It's like, when it's all said and done, I'm going to want that. Now, it looked like he was pointing at the WWE Championship. So Cody's like, you want all of this is for the WWE Championship? He's like, no. I'm going to want your soul. And that's when people are just like, huh? He put his hand on the back of Cody's head and neck. And he's like, nah, I don't want that. No. I want your soul. And people are just, what? What in the Shang Tsung from Mortal Kombat is going on here? He wants his soul. And you can hear some people in the crowd chanting, sell your soul, because people are fucking funny, man. Funny that way. But after that, he walked out. And Cody's just perplexed. He basically gave him all these propositions of being this top guy, even more than you already are. I can elevate you to new heights. but I just want you to be my champion. And in order for you to be my champion, I need your soul. Now, obviously, this is giving off vibes of, if you guys remember, when Stone Cold Steve Austin won at WrestleMania 17, ironically against The Rock, but Vince McMahon was helping him, and essentially Stone Cold sold his soul to the devil and Vince McMahon. This is basically what I'm getting from this. This is giving me the vibes of he wants Cody to be his essentially corporate champion. And if you want to be honest, Cody does already give off the corporate champion vibe. He's a babyface that always is in a suit. He's always presentable. He always has that proper demeaning. You don't really see him out of character too much. He's always giving the right politically correct answer. So this already kind of fits him. But we haven't seen that character side of him get to that point yet. And I think this was just a way to introduce the idea of potentially Cody going heel, but to go heel for The Rock, in a sense, to reach that higher level of success that he already has. And The Rock can do that for him. He also told him before he left that he don't want him to answer now. He wants him to answer at Elimination Chamber, so The Rock will be there, and we will see if Cody will give what will Cody's answer be to him being The Rock's champion and selling his soul, essentially. This was very interesting. Quite confusing, but I'm intrigued by the idea of Cody selling his soul, in a sense, to align himself with, obviously, the most powerful person in WWE. He's like a Vince McMahon character, except he's not Vince McMahon. So the reason why I find this pretty interesting is because you can take this in multiple different routes. I do think that John Cena will win the Elimination Chamber. And I think we're going to get that babyface John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. Now, yes, that's still a really good match. That's a match that I think a lot of people will be interested in, but it's not the traditional heel versus babyface. Now, the only thing you could do, you don't want to force Cody to just be a heel just for the sake of doing it. It got to make sense. And the only thing I can possibly think where this would kind of make sense is if Cody starts to align himself with the Rock, because he doesn't want to lose the championship. He wants to keep the championship at all costs. The question is, how much of his morals will he give up for that? And I don't even think Cody's going to say yes at Elimination Chamber. I think he's going to say no. I think he's going to tell The Rock, no, I want to do this way. And I don't even think The Rock is going to immediately get mad. I think it's a situation of him just playing his part. He's like, all right, that's fine. I can respect that. But Cody, I promise you, I can see him saying something like, you will say yes. Whether you want to believe it or not, you will say yes. And it can be a situation where maybe Cody is, dealing, not dealing, but I would say Cody leading up to WrestleMania. If John Cena wins at Elimination Chamber, I can see maybe Cody having doubt. Because I'm willing to bet these promos between Cody and John Cena, they're going to get heated. It's going to start off friendly, but John Cena's made it very clear what's best for business that he said at the press conference, at the Royal Rumble press conference, was him winning his 16th world title. That's what he said was best for business. But Cody could take offense to that, maybe say that's not what's best for business. What's best for business is what I've been doing. And maybe it's a situation where maybe Cody starts to lose doubt. Potentially. We don't know how they may write this up or set this up. And it could be a thing where maybe he starts to think about it. Maybe he starts to think about the idea of entertaining The Rock. So I don't know. And it could be a scenario, maybe at WrestleMania, there's a situation where both the guys are knocked down. The Rock comes out there and assists Cody in winning. And Cody doesn't even realize it until it's too late, and he gets the pin and beats John Cena that way. That can be a situation too. And I don't think it's a one and done with Cody and John Cena. I don't think you would just have a one and done match with that. I think you could build a feud off that. But that can be a situation too. So they have routes, but I do think the idea is ultimately Cody's probably not going to give in immediately at an Elimination Chamber, but I can see that most likely he will probably give in maybe at WrestleMania, maybe right before WrestleMania, or after WrestleMania. I do think Cody will give in to The Rock's proposition. And what I want to know is, what does Roman think about all of this? Hopefully he's at Elimination Chamber, maybe to interfere in the match to stop Seth Rollins and CM Punk from advancing. But I really want to know, what does he think about all of this? Because The Rock made it clear this was supposed to be The Rock and Roman last year, but the reason why he respects Cody so much because Cody said, "Fuck that shit. This is my time." And no one ever says that to The Rock. And he slapped The Rock. No one ever does that, but he respected him. Now all of a sudden, he's buddy-buddy with him. Now he's friends. How would The Rock feel about that? And if they do go this route, you can set up that Cody versus Roman 3. They're because I'm sure they're going to set that up. A Cody versus Roman 3 match. They're going to set it up. Cody won, Roman won his match at WrestleMania 39. Cody won his match at WrestleMania 40. They're going to have probably, a tiebreaker match later down the line. You can do that now if Cody has aligned himself with The Rock and now he's corporate Cody or whatever you want to call him, and he's aligned himself with Roman's cousin. And Roman he's the one that's really got to go through a lot of hoops to try to stop Cody or take down Cody or get the title. I don't know. You could do that dynamic now because the roles would have switched. So I don't know. They have options. This was a interesting segment to say the least. It definitely spawned a lot of memes, and some people are definitely like, what the hell? What's going on? But at the same time, it has people talking about it, and I'm intrigued. This got me even.
I like how this guy thinks. This guy is amazing. All right.